I'm Big Bert and I've been riding motorbikes for nearly 50 years. To start with, I was just a kid with cousins on trail bikes at the farm. I was tearing around in a little Kawasaki 75, looked like a Great Dane on a golf ball, but that was what it was, and it got me around the farm. And me and my cousin, I'd hate to think how many kilometres me and my cousin put on our bikes. I had a big gap through my life outside of motorbikes, but it didn't take me long to want to get back in and start riding again. They had the Australian National Hog Rally here in Launceston. My daughter was only tiny, like I was carrying her around. We're standing on the highway and I've got my hands over her head, popping her ears, and all these Harleys were ripping past. I went, yeah, no, I think it's time. I was hell-bent on buying a Fat Boy, but Chris up at Richardson's Harley Davidson said, mate, I wouldn't sell you a Fat Boy. I just couldn't make a suit to fit you and you'd hate it. So anyway, I kept looking around. And my wife actually found my first Super Glide at a garage sale. She said, I think I know somebody that might be interested in buying it, and so I went up and had a look at it. It was a 2006 and it only had like 5,000 kilometres on it. So yeah, I went and purchased that bike. We were doing rides to the mainland every other year. And I was just getting smashed on that open bike. It was just killing me. I'd get off the bike and I'd just be absolutely done. And all the guys, they'd be fresh as daisy from riding their touring bikes. So I brought the touring bike, and then the dreaded sea happened. And this bike's never been to the mainland. So this is the 2009 Harley Davidson Street Glide. I put the tool pack on it. It's got a cam in it. I put the ape hangers on it, forward controls. I took the standard seat off and put a tall boy seat on it, so that gave me a few inches there. I put extendable floorboards, so they give me another couple of inches. They actually move the floorboard forward. Longer brake pedal, longer gear lever. But the real winner was the handlebars. I think that's the third set of handlebars I put on this bike. I put some taller ones on, but they still wasn't feeling it. And then I put these bad boys on, and yeah, it just made my rider triangle where it needed to be. That I can actually comfortably ride it, first and foremost. Oh, no, come on, it's the noise. Let's be fair. Let's get real honest. Who doesn't love a Harley? Come on. Except for you. Especially in Tasmania, you're cranking up through the hills and stuff down here in the higher gear ranges. It sounds fantastic. I find it very comfortable to ride. It is heavy to throw in and out of the curves, and I'm not a speedster, so it'd be pointless me buying a sports bike or anything like that, because I just wouldn't use it for what it's capable of. I'd hardly use this for what it's capable of, to be fair. Yeah. I don't know. Circumstances changed. I am getting older, and this is a big heavy bike. I am a massive fan of the Pan America, but we'll let them run a few models of that and settle them before I look at that. But yeah, at this stage, I'm not in the market, but if anybody wants to give me a bike, that's fine too. I'd like a twin. I'd like some sort of twin sport typey thing.
Harley Davidson, if you're listening.
Yeah, Harley Davidson, if you're listening.
She's a pretty half-blood, dark hair, long hair, what's up?
Well, I've taken you to most of my favourite rides this weekend, and another one today. We're going to travel up the east coast to Tassie on what I call Tassie's Great Ocean Road, with the Tasman Sea on our right-hand side basically all day once we get to the coast.
She looks you in the eye, she doesn't know what she's got to do, walks around looking for the door now. I got a clear view, what I want and how to, in what mood, but I'm not
Probably when we came back from Tambourine Mountains and we followed the mainland coast down through Sydney, rode over Sydney Harbour Bridge, got lost and ended up riding over it 3 times because somehow it gives us a loop, and next thing we're going back the other way and waving to all our mates that were riding over. Don't go to Sydney and just ride over it once, mate. And followed the coast all the way down into Victoria and then back on the boat and over. So that'd be the most interesting one. Do it. Don't think too much about it. I think a lot of people just think too hard about these things. It's a great sport. If it's nothing else, it's a sport. If you've got nothing to throw all your hard-earned on, motorbikes are the way to go. Without any doubt. I just really enjoy getting out and look at the places we've travelled to. Yes, you can do them in the car, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. I guess you get to meet people and talk to people. You pull up at a service station in a motor car and you get your fuel, you pay your money, you drive away. You can't do that on a motorcycle. Somebody wants to know where you've been, where you're going, what you're riding. They've always got a road to tell you about, to try, and yeah, and just communication, especially other bike riders. The camaraderie on the road, whether they know you or people from different states riding around here, and they're all waving and having a good time. I've got a little channel and I'm struggling away and enjoying making content, but I travel around Tassie and I take a camera with me, not always on the bike. I love doing a bit of fishing, and I'll take a camera fishing, so that always adds to the technicality of fishing, because fish don't like being on camera, obviously, so you can run a camera all day and you won't see a fish. The minute you put it away, they'll come on the bite. I go and do a bit of gold panning, I do a lot of hiking with my daughter, just everything that's Tasmanian. Swimming, fishing, scratching around, walking through the bush, dodging snakes. It's living the life, mate.
Now, I reckon if you're the world's worst fisherman, or you're holding something back, because I've watched your channel and I've never seen you catch fish.
Exactly right, and you're never likely to.
What was that for?
It's just the fish catching goes on the cutting floor, mate.
Not giving away your spots.
I'm not giving any of my spots away where I'm finding fish to anybody, not even my brothers.
I must say a massive thanks to Big Bert for taking the time to plan and lead our tour around Tasmania. Click this link over here to go to Big Bert's YouTube channel and check out this playlist to see some other videos that I filmed while riding around that stunning island. And remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can ride a motorcycle, and that's kind of the same thing.